See my eyes don't see the things. Many people no fit understand. I'm cold and shivering.
I love this beat.
See my eyes don't see the things. Many people no fit understand.
We're back.
Back in the cut.
Now, we already had my question time when I was in the hot seat.
Mm.
The DMs and the comments asking questions about you now. So now it's your turn in the hot seat.
I'm out.
Yeah, you're in. All right, so time for your 21 questions.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Go on.
I'm going to put my specs on for this one.
Your thing.
Okay, so question 1. How come you didn't end up hating me or resenting me for being so strict?
Bruh. Hate is a bit strong, though, isn't it?
Mm.
How do you even answer that? How come I didn't end up hating you?
Yeah.
There wasn't really.
Or resenting, someone said.
I mean, I think we even said it in one of the first episodes. The fear outweighs everything. You get me? So I might not like you for a bit. You get me? Or I might not like agree obviously with certain things. I might not be getting my own way. I might want certain things and I'm not allowed it or whatever. Might be badding me up, get me the beats or whatever. But at the end of the day, I ain't got nowhere else to go. So when it comes down to it, I've still got a seat in this house with this woman. You know what I mean? So I'd rather not hate her and create more mix-up for myself than just gonna have to hold that one and then just move on, innit?
But then how come, I guess what the question's asking is,
Like now.
like,
as in-
yeah, when you come out of that, I guess, child phase, maybe, how come you didn't resent any? How do you resent any?
Nah, because obviously I can see the journey, innit? I can see the struggle. I've been a part of it. And it's a case of having a mature head on my shoulders. Now I can see that everything that was done for me or like done in a way to make me or make a child want to resent someone was done for the right reasons. You get me? To better my life, to better my situation. And at the end of the day, like, if we didn't go through certain things, or if I wasn't, you get me, disciplined in a certain way or whatever due to strictness, I wouldn't be the person I am now. So, yeah, man, there's nothing to really resent. It's just like, if anything, it's more grateful because, hey, I don't know what I could have turned into if, you get me, if I wasn't on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you see it, a lot of my brethren, you know, family members, a lot of them are in situations where it's not the best of situations. You get me? Due to certain decisions that were being made for them, by them. And ultimately, the strictness kept me in check. Yeah, man.
I guess the thing is as well, and I've said it in a previous convo, that hopefully there was a balance of strictness and love and emotional presence. Now, that I feel came from me in essence. The strictness was the stronger aspect, but then because we had other people around us in terms of our extended family members who were able to give you like a little bit of a downtime, so it wasn't just consistently in each other's pockets, that probably afforded you that downtime from it, I guess.
You know what it was as well? Yeah, that is definitely a factor. But also, them times where you're badding me up or like I'm getting told off or whatever, discipline, there would always be a debrief at the end.
Yeah.
And I remember the debriefs, and it's like, you know, I'm not doing this because I hate you, innit?
Yeah.
Or it's like, you would ask me that. You'd be like, you know, I'm not doing this because you get me, I want to hurt you, I want to do whatever. There's always a reason why I'm doing this. And that, I think, that's obviously always stuck with me, but that, I think, has obviously helped me understand there's a reason behind all of this. Like, you're not just picking on me for the sake of it. You get me? Because that's going to only make your life harder. To have energy to want to just do that to your kid the whole time for no reason.
Not going to be on smoke for nothing.
You get me? It don't make no sense. So I feel like those little debriefs along with obviously the love and the village around me, kind of just made up for any resentment or any.
Because I think back to my childhood, and I think my parents were inconsistently strict. Like for weird things, they were strict, but there was no debrief. There was, once the incident has occurred and the punishment's been issued, whatever that may be. For me, I just moved on from it, and we're back to us. But I know growing up, whether it's a cultural thing or not, my parents took umbrage to everything, and then it was go through days and weeks and months without talking. And that was quite an unhealthy environment. And I guess that, I can't speak for my brother, but I know for me, I think that's where a lot of resentment probably did sit in unconsciously. And I guess maybe just thinking about my parent in you saying that, it was more around giving that context, I guess, for what's happening. I don't know if you remember, I used to always say to you, it's only me and you in the house. This is a partnership. Your bit is go to school, do the right thing, come home, do your chores. Don't make me get angry, because you're not going to like me when I'm angry. And my job is get up quite early in the morning, before 4 or 5 o'clock sometimes. Go first job. Run, take you to school, go next job. Run, go pick you up from school, go next job. Come home, do cooking, do reading with you and homework, watch little television, put you to, whenever you went to bed, and then do my uni work, and then repeat. And on the weekends, add 2 more jobs onto there. So I used to say this to you and say, this is all that I've got to do. This is what you've got to do. This is a partnership though. And I don't mind taking the lion's share. Your part is this. I want to come home and be happy every day. It's long to be on smoke. So you're right. I think that's a good it's a good point to raise. Excuse me. Yeah. So okay. This next one's a funny one. I get this as well in real life. How has it been dating when you're so close to your mum?
Dark.
Yeah, I go on to that. You want to go on?
It's not even. You know what? It's not even been too bad. Like everyone around us would obviously always say, like, "Oh, I feel sorry when Kay gets a girl," and but no, it's not that deep. Like at the end of the day, I'm a grown man now, innit? So they're just using that. They're basing that off the past, of like when I was a kid. So naturally, you're gonna think, "Rah, as soon as he starts, you get me speaking to girls or getting to that age, it's gonna be techie." But like I said, innit, there's a mature head on my shoulders now, and I like to think that obviously, don't get me wrong, I've had my fair share of bloopers where, you get me, I've been caught lacking with whatever situation, but you learn from that. And now it's a case of like, I know what I want, and my judgment isn't like crazy, like I'm gonna choose someone correct, you get me, I'm gonna choose someone that's patterned and whatever, and you've been able to see that. And get me, girls don't know where I live, I ain't bringing no random riff-raff around and all of that kind of stuff. So it's more of a case of like, I've shown you my kind of levels when it comes to the girls that I'm feeling, or obviously I might see one too and I'm like, oh yeah, that one's all right still. But in terms of something serious, you get me, it's just going to be proper. And I'm never going to bring someone home that's, because I already know from when I meet whatever, I'll be like, yeah, my mom's not going to be feeling me still. It's going to be long, yeah. It's going to be, not to say that that's going to change my mind completely, because it's not about what you want, innit? It's about what I want. However, I'm also kind of on the same page with you in terms of what kind of female I want to have around. Because if I'm going to see someone, it's going to be serious. And I'm thinking of the future as well, innit? Can I trust you to raise my kids? Can I trust you to be my partner in this forever? Can I rely on you and all of these things? So
absolutely.
Yeah, when the dating, it's not that bad. And obviously the girls that you've been introduced to, I'm sure at the start, they might have been thinking a bit like, oh, this is a bit intense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they also know that I'm good people's. Like, hopefully, anyway, that's what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying about me. But I feel like, yeah, they can pretty much say like, nah, like my man comes from a good home. Like they mean well, kind of thing. And it's only natural because obviously you've only got me in it, so it's natural for a mum, particularly with their boys, to be protective and to be on it in that sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, let the record be known, it's not that deep. Get me?
Well, yeah.
I'm outside.
Because you're right. I think people have said that from early doors.
Yeah.
But I always said, I told Kay, I don't want to hear anything about boyfriend, girlfriend till you're 19. Now, we all know you're a young, red-blooded male. We know from primary school, you always were able to garner female, even before primary school, you always were able to court and garner female attention. Obviously, secondary school, you went all boys, but you're naturally going to mix with girls. But as you said, I think you showed me very early that, yeah, you listen, you took the talking. So when the time came when you first got your first serious relationship, I remember he's always saying to you, like, don't pick no one unless you think they're prestige, because you are prestige. And I say this to a lot of parents that come and talk to me. Girls, we often give the rhetoric of, you're so precious, you're a girl, you're a princess. Don't throw your virginity away. Don't throw your body away because you're so precious. But boys are exactly the same. Just over the centuries, men have had this bravado about, oh yeah, I'm Jack the Lad, I'm this, I'm that, how many notches in my bedpost, right? But I used to say the same thing too. You're just as precious. You are prestige. You need to find prestige. Don't throw away, worst case scenario, when you meet a girl, you think worst case scenario, would I want this woman to be the mother of my child? And that would dead stop any kind of...
Most, man.
For most people, yeah.
Some men are hungry still to just,
But
which is, you get me, it happens, innit? Like,
happens. And girls as well, don't get me wrong. But worst case scenario, would you want this person to be the mother of my child? And girls should be thinking the same thing. Worst case scenario, no matter how safe you are, there's no safer sex than abstinence. But this is the real world we're living in. Would I want this dad? And people will sell you a dream. People will show you the best side of them all the time. And that thing of you listening to, don't just bring anyone round to your house. This is your sanctuary. Furthermore, I don't want to wake up and see somebody else's dry eye in the morning. You get me? And smell their morning breath. And I just got about time to deal with my own. So don't do it. Protect your space. Because what tends to happen, I think, with young people in relationships, they get too familiar too quick. Then feet are under the table, then there's an expectation. Then there's an entitlement. And then when things don't go well, people are more salty than not. They've propelled themselves into an elevated state because, I met mum. I stayed overnight. Bro, stay over where? It's 9 o'clock. Ain't you going bus stop? Ain't you going home? Get out of it. So yeah, I think your discernment has just gone from strength to strength as you've gotten older. And I see how you fine tune and risk assess situations. And, you can have anyone you want. Plenty of men out there could, plenty of girls out there could. But actually, you've got to think for yourself. You got to try and think long term, which is hard when you're young, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's hard because it's like, obviously from early doors, I've been getting told, girl, listen, sweet boy, all of these things. And I feel like there's an expectation that comes with that, like, and especially like I've grown up around predominantly boy environments or male environments, school, football, the man when it ends. So it's always going to be a factor like, oh, who's got the beanies? Like, where's the girls? Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, don't get me wrong, it's hard to kind of stay, I wouldn't say disciplined, but just, to make sure that don't get lost in the sauce.
I love that one.
Don't get lost in the sauce. Gucci Mane said, I think, in one video, and he says, Gucci Mane says it, and he's like, something about don't get lost in the sauce, and then he's like, if you get lost in the sauce, then you're lost, or something like that. And then the interviewer is like, so how do you not get lost? How do you get lost in the sauce? And then Gucci's like, the girls, man. Like, obviously, you don't say girls, innit? But he says the other word, but he's like, the girls, man. The girls will have you lost in the sauce. And it's facts, because if you're a face, man, if you're someone that, you got a bit of aura about you, whatever, things are going to be about. And it's going to be very easy for you to just fall into the whole, yeah, this one likes me, I'm going to go and cut through with that one. I'm going to go and do bits with that one. And if man ain't thinking with the right organs, you get me? Don't need to go subtitles on that one. You get me? Man are thinking with the wrong kind of organs, and it's like, don't be so hungry, bro. Like,
Yeah.
relax. You get me? Composure, take a touch.
But how do you get that though? That discernment, I think I've said it to you time and time again. That is your navigator.
You learn from your errors, innit? And you learn from other people's errors. And I've seen enough stories to be able to realize I can't be that guy, bro. I cannot be that guy. No disrespect to anyone, innit? But if the shoe fits, you get me? I cannot be that guy. Like, I've worked too hard to be this.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna throw it away just for anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, everyone deserves to be with someone, innit? And I'm not saying that, you know, just because you don't look the best or you don't act the best or whatever, you don't deserve something. But yeah, it's a no from me, man, in the words of Simon Cowell.
I used to say to my friends when they said it about you bringing a girl home, I said, Kate knows not to bring rubbish around me. I used to always say, whatever I say, if you bring someone to my doorstep, they're not going to like what I'm going to say to them. Their parents ain't going to like what I've said to their child. And I'm not going to like what the parents are going to say to me about you. So don't put yourself or me or anyone else in that situation, because my mouth won't hold. And I'll just say it as it is. And I guess sometimes I say I was like the baby whisperer, like I dropped it in your ears every day. Don't do this, do this. Don't do that, do that. And then obviously maybe it became ingrained in you, nature, nurture, who knows. But it's true, like your discernment, I'm in awe of it.
On top of that as well, yeah, not to cut you, the common denominator in all of this is I'm still going to have to deal with you at the end of the day in terms of getting onto me.
Yeah.
So better I just choose the best candidate to the best of my knowledge anyway, because I ain't got time to be coming home and you're chatting about my girl or someone I'm speaking to. Oh, she's this, she ain't got this, she ain't got... I'm just getting all the ears of it, and it's just like, bro, like, allow me, man. You get me? So it's better that I just save all the trouble.
Yeah.
Be a bit more picky, because I'm a bit picky. Like, it's hard, innit? Like, and especially this day and age, but it's dark. The streets are dark, man. The stories I'm hearing, it's just like, you know what? Let me just stay indoors. But what do you think? Not to get too like not to bait out any govs and that. But out of the handful that you've been introduced to, what would you summarize that with in terms, like, for the people that are asking, like, oh, what is this like if he's gonna get a girl and whatnot?
I'll tell you one thing, and I hope if the person's watching, you know, respectfully, obviously, we're not gonna bait out the names. The very first person that I met, it was under formal circumstances, because as soon as the day you said that you're thinking of making this, like claiming her as your girl, I remember I said to you, we were walking back from the shops, and I said to you, why? I'd already had the inkling, because you'd said that there was an inkling the girl you liked. And you said, because she's prestige. And I had to stand and shake your hand to say, yeah, good. And then you went through why. And you told me about these qualities the girl had. And I thought, okay. But as I said, I'm not new to the game, so I know people are always going to show the best side first. So I said, okay, you know, we got to meet. So I arranged a meeting. And I didn't know what to expect visually in terms of dress code. Or like appearance, whatever. But knowing how, this was a good few years ago, knowing how the generations have evolved, I kind of had a worry that the person was going to turn up and aesthetically, even though we shouldn't be judging women by what they're wearing, default parent mode, I was thinking, she better not come here looking like no scat, because I'm going to lose my mind. Yeah, I'll just turn around and go home. Right? And when I saw the girl walk in, I said, yeah. I don't know if that was strategic. I don't know if that's authentic, but I liked it. It was a little nerdy flex, up to the times, on trend, sweet, cute, chef's kiss. So that already put me in a good space, because I thought, you come, little boy pants, like the big jeans, little crop top, I think it was, but it was like just so nice, humble, earthy, wholesome. And then sat down, had a little convo. What's your intentions? Sorry. And I know that, you know, like you said, it might come across as kind of intense for people, but that is to show that person that you're not just riding out here solo. This is a package that's coming. I'm not going to be overbearing on your life, but you're also in the spotlight as the person that's coming into this, because this person here, as in you, are so prestige and so precious to us. We're invested in it, and by default, we will then invest into you. So that first presentation, was chef's kiss. For the first time, I was introduced to a formal, like, this is my girl. And glad to say that image was not destroyed. Naturally, when you're out and about with your friend, you're going to be wearing what you want, and no one's judging that. But on meeting the parents is kind of like a traditional, I don't know if people still do that, but it's a big thing. It's a big thing for me. And so that was one thing. Nice presentation. The wordology was good in terms of, not just for that first one, the other one as well. I felt like the feedback was good in terms of ambition, in terms of long-term goals, prospects, character. And again, it's a one-shot meeting, isn't it? You're just going to take a snapshot from it. But I like, I remember a friend of mine said to me when I met one of them, he said to me after, they've been sitting there plotting for weeks. Kay had a clipboard, flip chart, and was saying, if my mum asks you this, what are you going to answer? If my mum says this word, what's your word going to be? Blah, blah, blah. So, and I know you got to play the game. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. In front of your parents or people's parents, there's a certain code of conduct you expect. So generally, the ones I've met have come on that vibe. Now, I know me. As much as I'm a friendly, happy-go-lucky person, when it comes to you, I don't play. And that situation will be intense for a reason. So those are the things I think I've liked. And thinking about your discernment and the reasons you've chosen them, obviously you've given me a bit of a backstory about them. So I kind of know a little bit about them before I meet them. So matching them two together, and because I trust your judgment, and I know you got a good, sensible head on your shoulders, it gives me trust to say, it might not work out, doesn't matter, but the intention's there. And you said something very important to me. I think when you, I think in between your first relationship and the next one, or during the first relationship, you said, when I'm dating a girl, I'm not thinking about right now or for a season. I'm thinking, this is me. This is us. We're building towards a future. I'm not thinking about, in 2 years, it's going to be done. Come summer, I'm on to the next one. And that, you see, saying that at a young age, that already gave me like certainty that this boy is going to be able to risk assess and that use his discernment well. Inshallah. All right. Next question. What's it been like going places with your mum? I guess because,
places?
Yeah, I saw that and I was thinking maybe...
Like holidays, isn't it?
Maybe holidays, shows, done a lot of shows together, concerts, went gigs the other day. Sorry, Dream Weekend. Reggae Gill. Yeah, out with my friends. I'm out with your friends.
You know what? It's kind of normal now. Like from day dot, innit? It's always been, I've always kind of just been with you by default. So back in the car, Marion, when old school R&B. These times I was like, 3, 4, younger,
Lakeside,
probably Lakeside,
Cross.
Central.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just continued throughout. And obviously now I'm older, so it's a bit more, like normally you get a bit older, you start wanting to be a bit embarrassed about having your folks around and that. But because I guess our ages ain't too far apart, innit? Like 20 years.
Sounds a lot though, innit?
It sounds a lot, but like, if I'm asking other people their parents' age, they're saying like 50 plus, You're saying your 40s. So it's a thing where I'm saying that to people, they're like, oh, your mum's young. So it's kind of like, you're still kind of near us. Different generation, but you're still kind of near us. On top of that, you're kind of young at heart as well, innit? Yeah. And you like the things that my lot like, music, like the culture, the vibes, whatever we're doing, get me go shisha and all of them things. So it's kind of just been normal. It's kind of just like rolling with another brethren. And to be honest, throughout life, I've never really had this might be to my detriment as well, but I've never really had no female friends. Yeah, because I feel like for whatever reason, there's just always been an agenda in it, whether it's me liking them liking me, I don't know. It just never really worked out. And I've always been, like I said, in male environments. So it's always just been the man then. And then obviously any girl that comes around is, So yeah, it's almost just like, you're just like a brethren. it just so happens that you're also my mum. But it ain't nothing to be like.
Isn't that a bit weird to navigate though, I guess, because...
Not really. Because like, alright, cool. The most awkward thing that you could think of happening if you're out with me is me speaking to another girl.
Yeah.
That's been happening anyway. You get me? So from when you cross that bridge, hold a little juice, get me party, concert, festival. At the end of the day, yeah, it goes back to like, I think the episode that we filmed when you're talking about your journey, and it's like, you had me at a young-ish age, and you would think that you've obviously missed out on a lot at those times, innit? Because you're jogging, you're working, you're whatever, working it out, struggling. So it's almost like this is your just desserts. It's like, raw, like you can actually enjoy now. And there's certain experiences that I'm going to be having that I know that you're not going to be able to have, or you wouldn't have had before because I was in the picture, you get me? So it's a thing where it's like, might as well just bring Mumsy along as well, because you get me? Don't be greedy, like, don't be greedy. Like, share, innit? I ain't got no problem with it. And because you've always kind of been around as like an OG almost, all the man them know you. You get me?
Yeah.
How many times you're on the roads and that in Bricky or whatever, and that people are like, oh, Kay's mum, you get me? Mummy, whatever. So it's a thing where you're just like a household name. It's almost expected.
Yeah.
At a certain time, people will be like, oh, where's your mum?
Yeah.
You get me or whatever. So yeah, it's normal, man.
Yeah.
Just get used to it.
Do you think people find it weird? Not your friends.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
Your friends, obviously, like they grow with us, so.
Probably like they find it weird, but at the same time, it's weird because it's not the norm. We've just normalized it. And if anything, it's more of a projection because it's like, I don't have that with my parents. But maybe you'd want that. You get me? A lot of kids have awkward relationships with their folks because there's a disconnect. You get me? And even in my generation where the age gap is a lot smaller, there's still a disconnect because one person's still trying to work out their own life and find themselves, and this little one's trying to figure out, well, why don't you love me as much, or why don't whatever. So I don't know. So that's for them to find it weird, isn't it?
I think that takes us to the next question, which is, do you have similar music tastes?
Yeah, man.
Now, I guess, I don't know if you want to answer that first, and then
I think a lot of my music taste, first of all, has been inherited through what I was exposed to through not just you as well, like obviously sound system, uncles and that, big up folks.
That Platinum Cartel.
They're in they're in that kind of realm.
Yeah.
So that covers reggae, bashment, you get me? Dancehall, all of that kind of stuff. Then obviously you, from early doors, I was hearing the old school R&B. And I always say that's my favorite genre, like that old school kind of, you get me? A shanty kind of vibe, like them kind of songs. And then I think, as I've grown older, naturally, I'm playing music in the house. We've grown up in a quite a musical environment. Yeah. So music's always thumping in the yard, in the shower, in the car, in wherever there's music thumping. So naturally, you're gonna hear certain things and think, oh, what song is that? And I guess, it's just managed to work itself out. But yeah, the music taste is the same pretty much.
I know for me, as you said, like back in the day before, you were born, when I was young, I grew up listening to Capital Radio. So I did a lot of pop music. I love pop music, love disco. Music taste is eclectic in your family. Like you said, mine is very, very broad. And then 90s R&B was just, and then what started to happen was grime went to drill. And then I started hearing you play it on your phone. Do you remember? I think I said this in another convo. And I'd be like, delete that. And then you'd say, no, listen to it first. And I'd be like, send it to me, then delete it. And then I started to get into it just because of the percussion, the arrangement, the production of the tunes itself. And I quite like those ones that feel quite haunting. I love those ones. Sort of the pain stories, like those ones, like the ones you were playing yesterday. And people, I know my generation find it weird that I like trap music or drill music, whatever we're going to call it, the getting and the getting. They find it so weird. Some people say to me, Kam, how old are you? Like, you're grown. Like, why are you listening to this? But I know the lyrical content is poor for many of the tunes that we listen to, but it's not about that. It's the emotion that it evokes. It's the chemical that reacts in my body. when I hear it. But that's kind of bridged a big gap with us. Like, not bridged the gap, it's brought us, like, added another layer, because you're able to blaze tunes in the shower in the front room, and I'm going to be all right with it. I'm not, you know, I'm going to just connected to the soundbar and you're good. Or in the car, you're going to be like, when you're not here in England, you'd be like, play this in Bernese. And I play it and I hear the bass thumping. I'm like, hey, this tune's a banger. But then to be able to mix and blend it, to have maybe like Lovers Rock Reggae, to have a bashment segment or whatever, or Afrobeats, what's that one, a Mapiano? Like, it took me a while to get my head around a Mapiano. But the mainstream ones that, what are you laughing at?
I'm a piano.
What is it?
You're saying a mapiano, like it's two separate
What
words.
is it?
I'm a piano.
A Mapiano?
No. That's really one for
What, when I saying it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're saying.
A Mapiano, yeah. It took me a while to get
like
into
Vapianos and that.
But I learned a lot from you. So where you've inherited, I guess, an eclectic taste from me, from us, you've also done that for me. And you've kind of broadened my musical scope and knowledge and interest. You know, I got a friend of mine, he'll know who he is. He used to always bang on about pot of paper. I used to be like, bro, I don't care about that guy. That's some fakeness. I can't deal with it. And then you played me Gangsteritis. And when I heard Gangsteritis, I was sold straight away. I was like, what?
Pot is the truth, man.
I had to message my friend, he's from over east, and I was like, bro, okay, slyly, I have to give PP his flowers. And then that kind of started to make me listen to more. Same with Gigs. Everyone knows how much I love Gigs, yeah. Gigs, when he first came out, I could not stand this guy. I don't know what it was about. I think it was the music, and I think it was the presence that I saw of him. I just got this arrogance about it. I don't know what it was, actually. It was just hard. And then I saw him on an interview on Not For The Radio. And then when I started watching that interview, I was hooked on what he said. I can't remember what he said now, but then I started to tap more into his music. And then now I love him. And Dexter Dapp, same thing. I could not stand Dexter Dapp. And everyone was singing Shabba Motherfucker. I couldn't take it. I was like, this guy's annoying because of his arrogance, or what I perceived to be arrogant. And then I don't know what song I heard one time. Oh no, I saw him in a live session. And I thought, nah, this guy is good. So I think with me, sometimes with music, I have to have like a buy-in. I don't necessarily just listen and like.
You need to hear the journey for a little
Maybe,
bit.
yeah.
From a more
in-depth
conversation point of view.
Yeah, or more raw side of it, or you know. But I think the music thing's been good for us. That's why we can enjoy the shows together. I know sometimes like we went Dream Weekend. Everyone's always shocked when they say, that's your mum, that's your son. Because they're probably thinking, what this wild hedonism place, like dancing, whatever you know, what was going on. I'm just holding my spot with my shisha and my little rays. And but it's a nice experience to experience with you. And I think you're right. I do feel like the things that I sacrificed before, I can make up for it now by being with you now. And maybe this is when it counts the most.
Yeah.
In essence, we can enjoy this together as adults, as you know, as I'm still your mum, you're still my son, but we're friends. We're like best friends. And, you know, I think those experiences, I think I touched on it again previously, that when I was 18, all my friends were going Napa, larging it up in Napa. I just left home and was homeless, sleeping on Vauxhall Bridge. You get me? When I hit 21, I just had you. All my male friends were going Miami. I hadn't even been nowhere at that point. I've been Mauritius when I was 7, that was it. And France when I was in 6th form. So I said to myself when I had you, you're going Miami at 21. Like, live my dreams through you, innit? I had no dream to go Miami, but you're going. And then obviously we know how that transpired, and that was the greatest. But it's true, like, I think the journey, the experiences we have together just only strengthens our bond and our relationships, because we're making memories, right? It doesn't have to be anything expensive.
No, exactly. And that's what it's about, innit? It's the memories. Like, never going to get none of that back. You get me?
No.
You're never going to get these times back. Like,
so I remember what our friend said the other day.
Yeah.
T, and he was like, would you rather erase the memories from birth to now
Yeah.
and just have your memories going forward, Or keep your memories from birth till now and forget everything. You don't have no memories going forward. As you live day in, day out, the memory is gone.
Yeah, I'm sticking to what I said that day.
You're sticking to memories going forward.
Memories going forward. 'Cause it depends on your age, innit?
Yeah, we say yeah.
So, hey, look, the memories I've had before up until now, litness. But at the same time, I still feel like there's obviously I had no kids, partner, wife, maybe, and that's just tip of the iceberg. There's way more stuff, traveling. I don't know. So yeah, I still want to see what the future's got going on.
Me, I'm keeping all my memories because you can't get that back, like we just said. That's been our whole journey I've been on, and no way I'm off. It's got me to where I am, good and bad. You get me? All right. One of the questions was, why and how has it been possible? I think we've touched on that. Why and how our relationship's been possible, I guess, how close we are.
Kind of touch on that.
Are there any negatives?
Negatives in general?
It just says, are there any negatives about the relationship?
Not really, you know. Like the thing is, as much as like, obviously, I'm abroad anyway.
Yeah.
So majority of the year, we're not with each other or whatever. And even when I'm here, it's still a case of like, it's not 24/7. Like,
yeah,
you get me. It's not
24
like every minute. So with that being said, we're still kind of two separate entities, and that kind of helps it to be separate. Obviously, like if there's a function or whatever, if I need to, you get me, drop offs and whatnot, or meals or whatever, we'll do that. Because that's the quality time, like obviously, because I'm away for the whole year, innit? But
or sit down and watch a film like we did the other day.
Watch a film or whatever. So those things are certain, but then there's also that break that probably no one really sees because they're seeing non-stop footage. So I think that helps with the negatives because we're not under each other's feet or get me. Obviously, I'm older now as well. Imagine me being in the house 24/7. Probably things will come up where you're clashing heads or you're thinking, you get me, jarring, whatever. So I would say for the most part now, there's not really no negatives. Still, like there's not really nothing that I thought. Like we haven't had no beef or nothing.
Someone said that to me the other day. They were like, when we first started this journey with the pod, and they were like, right, you're gonna post no mix up, and you're gonna post no what did he say? Didn't he say beef? He said something like arguments. I was like, well, we don't argue. He said, what do you mean you don't argue? I was like, number one, he's not here. Number two, there's nothing to argue about. We're kind of the same person, just in two different ways. Kind of think the same, like the same things. Nature, nurture, again, back to that, I don't know. But there's no mix up. And maybe, yeah, you're right. I guess the space in every relationship, as in mum, son, friend, partner, workplace, you need space. You need your time, my time, and our time together, I guess. So maybe you're right in sense of negatives. I mean, for me, it's not a negative. I guess it's a worry that a fear that I've had that sometimes I worry that I've put too much of a influence on you. And maybe I'm overthinking it. But sometimes I see behaviors or I see situations and I think,
that's what you would have done.
Or maybe I think, have I been very like too hardlined and in my views maybe on things, and have I restricted? This is the mad thing about it. I don't think I have, but sometimes the thought comes in my head. And I tell you when it started, I watched a Simone Biles documentary about one of them about pressure. Well, they asked her like, do you feel pressure? And she said, yeah, every day. And they were like, why are you under pressure? You're the greatest of all time. Like, da, 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 da. And I don't even remember, I asked you that question. And I called you and I was like, do you feel pressure? And you said, yeah. And do you remember what you answered me?
Because I got to be that guy.
Because you got to be that guy. And then I started to think to myself, it's all right to flop. It's all right to fail. It's all right this. It's all right if you want to change your mind. It's all right. Those kind of things sometimes as a parent, it comes into my head to make me think, I don't want you to feel, you need to feel pressured. My foot needs to be on your neck. Don't get me wrong, yeah, to a certain point. But I don't want you to continuously feel that pressure because at some point we all know what happens to pressure.
Nah, but I need that though, man. See the way I operate, yeah. I like being that guy. But the pressure's not just from you though. The pressure's from everyone else's expectations, innit? My brethrens, family, whoever. So it's a thing where it can be seen as a bit negative because, like you said, it is alright to fail, it is alright to change your mind, it is alright to, not always get it right. But I like getting it right. I want to get it right every time. I want to be a perfectionist. I want to be not Mr. Perfect because no one's perfect, but you know what I mean? I'm aspiring to be that to the best of my ability, innit? And also it makes I'm holding myself accountable. You get me? Make sure you're on your P's and Q's, bro, because very quickly it can go left. And yeah, there's no real time for that. Like I said, I've not come this far to dash it all the way. So the pressure is good because the pressure is a reminder to say, listen, fix up. You get me? Because the litness, this didn't come like that. You know what I mean? So no, I wouldn't say there's no negatives.
Okay. What's the hardest thing about the relationship?
The hardest thing. Don't know about that one still.
I know for me as a parent, even though I said it before that a parent's job is to get their child to the point of being independent and self-sufficient, is to stop being in control. The hardest thing for me as a parent is not being a helicopter mom. It's trying to stop that. Because you're old now. You're older. To be more of a coach. That's been hard. Letting go a little bit and not wanting to swoop in or make the decision for you or I think that's
what I'm saying. Since I've been abroad though, it's like I'm one up. There's only so much you can do from being over here, innit? So it's like I am kind of, you can still be that, maybe not helicopter, but you get me, the decision maker behind the scenes, but ultimately you're not there in the flesh to be able to even know what's really going on. So I am left to my own resources, innit? But I heard that I would say maybe, me being away, obviously, it's not just, obviously not seeing you, but it's everyone, innit? I'm away from everyone. Got my lot over there, but naturally you're going to miss family and I want to spend that time with your family as much as possible. People are dropping out, if you get me, people are getting sick. So I would say that's probably the hardest thing. That was the question, the hardest thing.
What's the hardest thing, yeah. And your top 3 qualities about each other. And similarly, the worst 3 qualities about each other.
Top 3 good qualities, I'll say the vibes.
Yeah.
I would say the resilience, like in terms of the journey, the struggle. Vibes, resilience, and I would say reliable. Or the trust, I would say, the trust. The vibes, the resilience, the trust, top 3 good ones. Top 3 negatives, I would say stubborn. Stubborn/vex. Easy. Temper. Yeah, the temper.
Yeah.
More, not even towards me, because it's just more to other things, isn't it?
Yeah.
What else? Negatives. I haven't really got too many negatives off the top of my head anyway. Not that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I would say temper and just setting your ways. I guess they can be 2 separate ones, isn't it? Temper,
why is that? Why is that the worst? Or why are they difficult? Are you talking about like more if we're out and then I lose my temper quickly?
Just in general. Not with me. Like,
no.
Like I said, we've never really beefed.
No,
So it's more like what I see of you. And it's like, you're getting too vexed, blah, blah. Or the stubbornness to stick to you've made this decision or this is happening, or you're getting vexed about the fact that you've made this decision but it's not going that way or something like that. Those little things, innit? But yeah, not too many negatives still. I can't really think of three. I'll just say those two.
Yeah.
Stubborn, set in your ways, temper.
Okay.
If that's the same thing, then boy.
Yeah. And for me, qualities, the good qualities you've got, the best qualities, your patience. I'm not gonna lie, like I've said before, you put up with a lot with me as your parent. That takes a lot of your own resilience and patience, really. Supportive, like all the way through the journey, you've been supportive, even when you didn't realize you were supportive. I've said to people before, like, our kids more times save us and we don't even realize. I feel like you literally saved my life, literally having you, like, in many different ways. So, and the support was there all the time with the decisions you've made. Sorry. So that's it. Patience, supportive. And yeah, like, same, like the vibes, the temperament, you've kind of kept me grounded. So your temperament is like vibesy, but it's in a grounded way. You don't get like carried away, which I think I need, because when I get carried away, I get carried away in any way. So the grounding, like that kind of vibes is nice. It's like a safe vibes. Like I know you feel safe around it. You get me? Negatives again, I couldn't really think of a negative, to be fair, but yeah, sometimes I think we were speaking about it before, where I think it's more worry. I think same thing that you're saying about my temper, because you're Cancerian, in it, ruled by the moon, lunar emotions. So I think sometimes your emotions go quick to anger. Maybe that's from me. I don't know, but then when you're in that, you're very calm. You see, when it's gone too far, it's hard to bring you back. And then sometimes you just got to leave you. And again, it's nothing to do with us. It's to do with situations. Someone's let you down. If someone's like not being consistent, or just generally pissed you off, or just had no consideration, then I'm like, okay, I've been trying to learn. I'm not so black and white. So I think that part, but again, that's not really to do with us. But it's more a worry. I worry about you out there, and then you've been in that mindset of temper and something happening, especially for young boys, that kind of stuff. But I don't really see a negative in quality that you've got. You've got many qualities, but I think those three that I said, like the patience, the support, the vibes, the safeness, grounding, that your temperament, I said, yeah, that is, yeah, lovely. It's very, very, very nice.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Now they
21 questions.
Now they know a bit about me.